I am late today. We've got a busy day, so I had to get myself set up, which I'm still not done doing. So we're gonna wait for a couple people to roll in. I'm gonna have a couple sips of coffee, and we are gonna get to it. Got a lot to do today. There you all are. Good morning. What's up, everybody? Good morning, Pro Pyro. Good morning, Corey. Good morning, Ray. What is up, you guys? Happy Tuesday. We made it through Monday, and it is now Tuesday. I am just getting myself set up. We got some work to do today, so yeah. All right, give me a few. Give me a view. Just get myself organized. Didn't have time to do so before starting. Okay. Oh. You know, what a difference in my sleep at night now that I have a dehumidifier. I was going on like a couple months straight of not no sleep, but extremely poor sleep because I would wait till the night and check my Pulse app and see that I was at like 78% humidity and 80 degrees in here. It was insane. Yeah, now we are good and I can sleep at night and I feel confident for the most part that things are running smoothly. For the last couple of weeks when we do the tent tour, I have been showing you guys like the pepper plants, the tomato plants and all that stuff, and the first bucket system has been looking a little rough. But yesterday I got in more water, more nutrients. Today I'm gonna have to add in some more, but you know those days where you look at your plan and you're like, okay, we're back on track. Today's that day. We're definitely back on track and things are looking much healthier. The nutrients is taking effect because things are doing much better. So you're gonna see that on the tent tour. I also have an eggplant update, but we'll get to, we will get to just putting some people in timeout. You can't behaved, you're getting removed. I don't know who did I say can't behaved? Wow. Anyways, I don't know what they were saying, but when people are annoying, I will put you in timeout. LOL. Anyways, so everything's looking a lot better today. This is taking full effect. I was slacking for a little bit, so I don't know, I lose track, even though I have tools to prevent this from happening. Somehow, what am I saying? Well, I need a translator. Pro Pyro, you could be my translator. What language was that? So yeah, every time I run out of water, I don't use the tools that are available to me, and I just add water, and then like, okay, when I have enough water added in the system and I catch up, then I'll add in my nutrients, which is incorrect. I should just, as I add in water, add nutrients. Otherwise, I'm like starving my plants, you know? So now everything's doing better. We've got a few changes in the garden, few good updates today. We are going to be setting up the fan. So I'm just going to get the alien tape and my zip ties. Have you ever heard of alien tape? It's probably just about the best tape you'll ever use. And then I've got some heavy duty zip ties. So what's up, Fred? Good morning. Thanks for hanging out with me, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Today's gonna be a fun, busy day in the grow tent. We are going to be doing a few things. So I showed you guys yesterday a fan at a friend of mine's garage sale. And yesterday I couldn't set it up because it is a wall fan and I didn't know how I was going to affix it to the wall. So a bunch of suggestions from you guys, so thank you so much for that. Some people said mount it on a 2x4. Some people said screw it right into the pole. I'm going to use zip ties and alien tape. So these heavy zip ties, as long as I secure them tight enough, it should hold in, but I am going to add in a few pieces of alien tape throughout just to help secure it. I am kind of clumsy, so hopefully this goes well and I don't screw this up. I mean, it's not like the fan's heavy or anything. It's totally fine. I'm more concerned about, I mean, I'm pretty strong nowadays, but I'm more concerned being able to get the zip tie tight enough. I had troubles when I was trying to get this trellis set up. This post right here, normally it's not attached to anything, it's just zip tied on here to secure the trellis, and as you can see, I had some issues. I had to use multiple zip ties. What's up, Mia? Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. It's gonna be a good one. And then after we set up the fan, we are actually going to get, I'm like, what should we do first? Because there's so many priorities, but they're all priorities. After we set up the fan, we are going to be setting up the green tower on a timer. The watering schedule is on 24/7. If I put the tower on a smart plug, I have a hard time creating a schedule, because with a smart plug you got to go into the app, and to turn it on and off every minutes 24 hours a day, it's going to be a lot of routines being created, and the app will probably like crash or something on me. So I decided to get just a timer. Those are the best anyways because they're tried and true, simple to use. So we've got a couple manual timers. We're gonna get the green towers watering set up on a timer, and I'm optimistic that is going to prevent our, not only the root rot issues that we saw this last run, it's gonna help keep the tower cleaner. What up, Seed Daddy? Yeah, Tomato Tuesday. I used to call days Tomato Tuesday when Tuesday was my designated tomato prune day, but today we got other stuff to do. But good morning or good afternoon, Les. Thank you guys for hanging out. All right, so what else? Oh, and then, so we got, let's fill the buckets first, because we're gonna have to add in some CalMag, let that circulate for a while, and then we will add in, and then we'll set up the fan, and then we'll add in our bloom. We've got a busy day today, you guys. What's up, Death? Good morning. Happy Tuesday. And what's up, Iraqi? Welcome. And hello to all of you watching, and if you're not in the chat, good morning, everybody. All right, yes, OG reunion. This is so nice. How is everybody doing? I hope you guys are having a great day so far. A great start to your week. I mean, the week just started and I feel like it's already flying by. Already Tuesday. I actually was creating my thumbnail for today's live and I caught myself typing Wednesday in the grow tent. LOL. All right. Let's get some water. I'm just gonna get a jug. Hang on a second. Or a jar. Hang on. All right, I'm back. Okay. It's like for everything I do, if I leave the tent and I come back, I gotta have a sip of coffee. If I pick something up to go start something, gotta have a sip of coffee. It's like a habit. I'm baking buns because I'm harvesting lion's mane for supper. Sounds awesome, Fred. That is pretty cool. I can imagine how it can get busy. Baking consumes time. I'm gonna have that renovation soon, they say, but today I popped a seed, couldn't hold it in anymore. I need my plants. Love that. I love when people start a new grow, especially after a long break. There is nothing it's the same feeling I get when I start up a tower after having a lot of downtime. So always exciting. And we know that Les is popping seeds like every day. What's up, Mohammed? Thank you for joining. All right, we are going to get some nutrients in these buckets. I also did a lot of planting this morning. Zinnia Pink Dianthus. Never heard of that variety. Forget-me-nots and Bachelor's Button. Yes, forget-me-nots are cool, and zinnias are the best. I love growing zinnias. Sometimes it's hard to discern what's true and not on the internet, but I saw an article, something about the first zinnia was grown on the International Space Station, or on a space station. Anybody hear about that? It looked like a messed up zinnia, but it was a zinnia, and it did bloom and it did grow. Pretty cool. It was I think the first zinnia in a zero gravity environment or something. What's up, Colton? Thanks so much for hanging out. Happy Tuesday. Almost froze my strawberry haze. Tried to activate it. Hopefully I saved it. If not, is that, you mean the seed? You froze the seed? All right, so first we're gonna add in CalMag to both of our buckets. I'm doing, how much water am I adding? I've got 3 jugs per bucket. All right, so we're doing 16 liters of water per bucket. So I'm gonna add in, I still got this stupid bee here that I've got to crochet. Well, it's not stupid, it's cute. I'm sorry, bee, I didn't mean that. You're not stupid. So I'm gonna do 1 ml per liter, maybe more. Very cool, Pro Pyro. Hope it sprouts. Wickershire, what is up? The life of an off-gridder. The internet is working again. Congratulations and welcome back. So I went to go see my grandmother yesterday, and have you guys ever tried explaining to somebody? I was trying to explain to her how aeroponics works, and it's just like way over her head. So because she was asking about the garden, and she was like blown away that the roots aren't in a grow medium at all, and that they just hang there. She couldn't understand, so that was kind of funny. Don't go off-grid. It's for loonies, hermits, and those that hate cellular connections. I've been told that I am kind of loony sometimes, so maybe it's a good fit for me. All right, we're gonna get this in our first bucket. So yeah, get these filled, get the nutrients in, and then we'll deal with the fan. I'm looking forward to getting that fan set up because I need better airflow in here for sure. All I smell is basil. This plant smells so strong. All right, 1 bucket down. All right, so I added in just a little more than the recommended amount. It calls for 1 ml per liter. I added in 20 mils for 16 liters of water. You could use your Chinese 5 peppers to make a sweet chili heat sauce. Ooh, that sounds so good. We've been harvesting lots of the veggie garden last week. Congratulations, Colton. I still have some tomatoes, flowers, corn, pumpkins out there, but harvested everything else. Congrats, that is awesome. There is no better feeling than when it's harvest time. Feels like Nat is building a shower for us. That's how we heat water up, jam the pump into the bucket, and get a military shower. LOL. That's funny. Hope everyone else is having bountiful harvests as well. Colton, we are on our way there. It's a little bit of a journey. I am doing better than I've ever been doing in terms of productivity in the garden. However, we're still not there yet. But eventually I will. Well, I mean, I'm still having quite an abundance. I harvest the 10 to 20 tomatoes a night. Well, the other day I harvested like 40, 2 nights consecutively, so like 80 tomatoes, insane. And then I have more on the way. Bell peppers, we got to figure out bell peppers. I've been focused more on nicer size than quantity, so we could use more bell peppers. And I'm going to be doing the tent tour in just a second, and I'll show you guys the eggplant. I have an exciting update. So typically the flowers kind of dry up and fall off the eggplant. In my last grow, I had the plant for like, I had like four of them for like 5 months. And I got no fruit. It was really disappointing when I had to get rid of them. We have one freakish melon growing out there. I swear it was an Armenian cucumber, size of an apple, still stupid, hot out there. Yeah, I don't know about growing melons in here. I want to try, but I'm so nervous about downy mildew, powdery mildew, all that stuff. Actually, I'm going to add double the amount for the other buckets. Also, our romaine lettuce. If you can grow cucumbers, you can grow melons. Yeah, the problem is the last cucumbers I grew, I had to get rid of them because they had a mildew. And but speaking of Armenian cucumbers, we started some last week, and they're in the grow tower, and they'll be in the buckets very, very soon. And I heard that those are extremely invasive, but they're great for aeroponics. Maybe it's you that told me that, Wickershire. Oh my gosh, sometimes I'm so tired I forget. I was gonna add the CalMag in this bucket again, even though I just did it in there. Like, wake up! I've had trouble with melons, but we don't really have the climate for it, so I'm gonna have to do some extra work next year to help them out. Yeah, I mean, hand pollinating. I don't know about the nutrients they require, but I mean, I have the melon, but I'm struggling, so for now, that'll be our only plant until I figure it out. I had 4, and then I had to get rid of 3 of them, like last month or whenever. I had to get rid of all those other plants. Good morning, DC's bees. What's a little mildew among good friends? Well, a little turns into a lot very, very quickly. I have powdery mildew in my outdoor garden now. It's just because I've let it go. Like, I just haven't maintained it, I haven't taken care of it. But it's still blooming, we've still got flowers. All right, so you guys are gonna be pleased with the buckets today. They're looking much better. It's probably because they've been getting watered properly. My garden is about done. Tomatoes and a few peppers left. Nice, bees. Hope you have a great harvest. Actually, I thought, or was it? Oh no, never mind. That was Somebody else from the chat was talking about how they lost most of their crops to deer. So that's one thing, is I've got squirrels coming in and out of my garden, storing seeds for the winter. Or not seeds, nuts. A lot of my outdoor flowers are still blooming, but some of them are just drying up before they even bloom. Last year, my outdoor garden did so much better. This year, I tried to take the approach of don't take it too seriously, just have fun. And it showed, because it did do well, and I didn't really have fun. It's fun to me when you maintain control, and sometimes putting in the work feels daunting, and it doesn't feel, you don't feel motivated to do it, but the sense of reward, or that feeling that you get, you've accomplished either, you know, defoliating or cleaning your garden, and everything looked neat and good, and then you maximize the life of your garden. But I took the wrong approach this year, and my outdoor garden suffered. And I got overwhelmed, because what I've learned is I can only really focus on one garden at a time, especially because I try not to go out from in and in from out. You know, if I go out to my outdoor garden, the whole process before I can enter my indoor garden. So last year, I guess I chose my outdoor during the summer because my indoor failed miserably. So it's interesting. Something's always got to give, right? I'm still getting peppers and tomatoes, but has been tapering off. See, Death, I feel like you've had wonderful harvests all summer. I feel like you've had a great yield all summer. So congrats. I'm so happy for you. That is awesome. Good morning, Eddie. Thank you for joining us again. Been chasing a runaway dog. Oh no, I hope the dog is okay. I've had situations like that before, where there's just like a dog on the loose, no owner in sight, and yeah. Some parts of our yard are like a nightmare come to life with all the PM out. Wow, we're still having decent temperature days, 24 to 27, then right near freezing at night. Same, Colton. I think you're in Alberta, right? If I'm not mistaken. So I'm in Ontario, and same. I think we've already had gusts. It shows in my garden. And then we had a crazy storm the other night, and a lot of my dahlia plants, there's one that literally just bloomed. I don't know if I can actually pop it up on the green screen here and show you guys. Look at this. It just bloomed the other day, and then it snapped. I'm so pissed. But how beautiful is that? This is from the Floret Flower, the same seed package that I have, that I picked here, the Can Girls. But they, it snapped shortly after. So just thought I'd pop that on there and show you guys. We have one massive grape tomato with 1 billion flowers and fruit. But it's doing its thing without us. It must be indeterminate, Wickershire. I'm having to pick the tomatoes and ripen them indoors. Our nighttime temps are on the cool side. Yeah, I know, it gets tough when things start to head and flip to fall, but I have that problem. Hit you with a friggin' cattle, God will motivate you. Just plant a bunch of pollinator flowers for the outdoor. That way you don't have to worry about it much. That's what I do. Zinnias are pollinators. I even had my first hummingbirds visit garden this summer. So that was exciting. Flowers don't like storms very much, especially not dahlias. They grow very tall and they're very skinny, and sometimes, I don't know if it's improper nutrients, but the stem can snap, right? It's like very tall and lanky. All right, let's go on a tent tour. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up on the chat here. The dog is old and far, but so am I, so the odds were pretty even. Well, I hope the dog is okay, Eddie, and I hope you're okay too. We haven't had rain since July. Wow, I know, it's been crazy dry. And for the last 2 weeks, I have not watered my garden, and because of the storm, now it's flourishing like crazy. Did you know an old cattle prod will make your younger brother fall over? We used to have that. We used to have one that took D-size batteries. I don't even know what that is. I'm Atlantic, Canada, and temps are still all right for the most part. All right, guys, tent tour. So, tower, looking great. The romaine lettuce is growing so fast. I know I keep saying that every day. Every day I'm like, no, today is the day that it grew. It grows every day, you guys. So there it is, looking good. And here are experimental ones. They are still alive, still kicking. That one kind of took off. But yeah, these are the experimental ones. We've got our zinnias that are getting their third and fourth leaves now. And all our other romaine is coming along. We've got some kale. We've got more kale coming along. Got a first true leaf right there. And we've got our Armenian cucumber. Everything's coming along nicely. Okay, so everything is better. All the pepper leaves on this side were looking so rough, and now things are starting to look, everything's looking better. Like I said, you guys, I need to improve my vocabulary and switch things up a little bit. So we've got our bell peppers here. I gotta pick that one, it's almost ripe. Got some new growth happening over there. We've got our poblano pepper plant back here. And these bell peppers are doing so much better than the more mature ones. And they're getting quite tall. If I stand back, they're actually almost taller than the OGs. And we've got some growth, some crooked net pots. Got another pepper there. And we've got our... So Wickershire, before I forget, last time I left you high and dry, I forgot about Tiny. Tiny is bouncing back, slowly but surely. The others are light years ahead. Flowers. These are the Black Beauty eggplant. Okay, so this is what I wanted to show you guys. We pollinated this yesterday. So my last grow, after I would pollinate the flower, this part would start to get like brown, and it wasn't, this is like very, I don't know, I might be speaking too soon, but it feels like it's not going anywhere, for lack of a better way to explain it. And it feels like firm over here, so I don't know, maybe there's a fruit growing inside. I think that if it weren't producing fruit, the flower would just fall off at this point, but if I try to tug at it, it's not coming off. So maybe it's just not fully dry yet, or maybe we're actually gonna get some fruit. So yeah, I think we may have gotten it, which is very exciting. This will be my first time getting eggplant. Oh no! No! R.I.P. I knocked it over. Aw, damn it. That sucks. Walked right into it and knocked it over. Alright, so anyways, I think we got it. So this one we've got to pollinate again. We'll do that quickly before we set up the fan. Let me go get the toothbrush while we're here. And just do that quickly. What up, Brie? Good morning. Good sized pepper for a salad. Yes, or a sandwich. All right, so we are going to just pollinate this quickly. Oh, you see that? All that pollen just dropped right onto the leaf. See, now I wanted to, I could just... I think I need like a paintbrush or something. I'm gonna like wipe it off the leaf and rub it in the center of the flower. I do it on the back of the bloom, DC's bees, because, well, I know it's weird to you. You've got bees for that, but indoors we can't, that won't work. So I'm gonna actually just try to wipe some of that off. Got it on the paintbrush now. So for those of you that just joined, I'm hand pollinating my eggplant. Even though eggplants have the male and female components within the same flower, you need an additional hand being pollinated since they are indoors. Oh. All right, hopefully that worked, and on we go with the tent tour. So these tomato plants are doing great. I've already had my first harvest from them. These ones are also doing great. I've been harvesting every night, but the ones in the second bucket system are doing much better. Chinese 5-color pepper plant is still producing. We've still got flowers and new growth, but we're ready for another harvest. We've got so many red ones. Yes, I'm aware that there is a nutrient deficiency, which we're getting back on track today. And we've got some tomatoes there. New growth here. Dahlia just opened. Look at all these blooms, you guys. This flower plant is just popping. Here it is. My first aeroponic dahlias. And we've got more blooms here. This is gonna be crazy. And over here, these are the other tomato plants. These tomato plants are doing better than all the other kind. They are producing larger fruit, sweeter fruit, and that's almost ready for the picking. Got some here that are starting to ripen. All the ones that were ripe here, I had picked them, but we've got more on the way. Lots of flowering going on. So, all good stuff, you guys. And then what am I missing here? Watermelon. I forgot my measuring tape, but you guys can't tell me that that hasn't grown. For those of you that have been tuning in daily, thank you. Well, thanks to all of you for hanging out with me. But look at that. Yeah, I can feel it has officially grown. This is the Sugar Baby watermelon. And then we've got our strawberries. I got to get back on track with. We were working on cloning and then I got busy with other stuff. So we got to get, like I said, back on track. And yeah, another moment for the beautiful flowers. Aren't they nice, Colton? And there it is. I love this shot. I love just standing here and looking at my garden. Makes me proud. And then we've got seedlings and stuff here, which who cares about those right now? Coffee and fan. We got to get to work because we got stuff to do. I talk too much and then I don't get anything done. All right, I should probably use a Q-tip or something. So I was using a Q-tip, but I found that the fiber from the Q-tip were getting stuck in the flower, and I don't want anything to affect or contaminate or whatever. So I found that a paintbrush is my favorite method when it comes to things like strawberries or eggplant. But with the eggplant, I felt like I wasn't getting pollen, which is why I had used the electric toothbrush just to see if I could like force it out of there. And now we're getting pollen, so. The watermelon is totally in a banana hammock, LOL, Shire. I made it from some old stockings from my SpongeBob Halloween costume that I made a couple years ago. None of my melons have actually made it to ripe. They get about 1/2 to 3/4, and the season has cooled off too much. Yeah. So is that because pollination DC's bees, or why is that happening? Or is it just because it's getting too cold and there's a limited time frame? I would hope that cute cotton fiber, that's what I thought as well, but I don't know. Maybe it'll affect the plant in some way if it's like all tangled up in the flower parts. All right. Yeah, I realized that I sounded really stupid when I said that. The flower parts. All right. You know, there's things I'm trying to work on. I find that on these lives, there's certain things I repeat myself so much. The other day on the live, I said, by the way, 3 times within 5 minutes. By the way is only supposed to be used 1 time. It's like a, you know, a special, like, oh, and by the way, like before you go, by the way. So I apologize. I swear I'm not like this in real life. I'm usually well spoken, but when doing live, sometimes it can be challenging, especially if you're tired or distracted or preoccupied. But you guys get to know the real me. All right, so this is Alien. That's another thing that I always say, all right. I don't know why I always say all right. Just quiet is okay sometimes, you know? I think my growing season is on the side and maybe on the short side. I'm in Southwest Washington State, so somewhat northish. Ah, I understand. I'll find myself doing that in my videos sometimes. I use a word 15 times and laugh about it. Me too. Creators are so critical of themselves. Nat, we did not notice. I notice it, and now I call myself out on the live, and I just try to be more self-deprecating so that at least you guys know I'm self-aware that sometimes I say stupid or I sound ditzy or whatever, but I'm just an overthinker. That's what I am. I gotta chill out, you know? And that's why I like the garden. Helps me chill out. I think that's the beautiful thing about gardening. We were talking about the differences between indoor and outdoor gardening yesterday, and I think that's the one thing is like no matter what method of gardening you choose, it's therapy no matter what. Okay. Oh, you'll drive yourself crazy. I don't drive myself crazy. I do it because I just want to improve. See, I said like don't say don't say I let myself and move on. Yeah, I'm not. It's not a big deal. I don't actually care. But it is, however, painful to watch. If I watch myself, I'm like, oh no, brutal, horrible. Okay. Now, I gotta decide where I want this fan. Where's the best spot? So I was thinking up here, point that direction so it can just kind of, you know, move some air around this side of the grow tent. Because the other fans are pointed that way. I've got one pointed this way. So, a chill space. I try to keep it chill here. I try to just be myself, you guys. So, That's why I always say, do the best you can, because that's what I'm doing. I just do the best I can. I do a cannabis podcast with some friends, and we repeat all the time or start something and forget mid-sentence or talk in circles. Me too. It's like I'm still feeling bad because like a week ago I did a live and Wickershire was like, how's your baby eggplant doing? And I'm like, oh, we're gonna head over there and I'll show you. And then I got so distracted that I never showed anybody. Or sometimes I'm like, all right, close out the live, we're gonna start some seeds. And then I never start them. I'm like, wow, man, way to leave people hanging. It's okay to want to improve, but do not be too critical of yourself. Absolutely. That is a trait of mine that I'm working on, is being hard on myself. I am my own worst critic, which can be a good thing. I was finding I was being too critical on my mistakes in beekeeping, and it was detracting from my learning and enjoyment. I always try to validate myself as well, right? I do have to remember that I'm doing a great job. You know, it's just the little things that, you know, us perfectionists try to strive for. I'm just kidding. I'm very far from a perfectionist. I'm a poser perfectionist, or a wannabe perfectionist. Our job is to read through typos, make ridiculous comments, and keep you on track and accountable. I appreciate that so much. You guys are so wonderful. Good day, C. Les, you should change your name back. I was totally kidding. People probably love that. Happens to the best of us. Happy the eggplant found its roots. Me too. Me too. All right, so I have, where's my, just put it somewhere. It's right behind me. You get, okay. Maybe I will put the zip ties on first. So this is the fan. It's plugged in, so I'm actually just going to put it up here and see if the plants blow. So I'm gonna put it right up here. Now, I don't want it to blow too much on the plants, so I might have to keep it at a lower setting. But I think it's gonna help circulate the air for sure. So I am going to get the zip tie. Yesterday, I was almost about to use these small ones. Then I found some heavy-duty zip ties, so. What's up, Doyle? People that are analytical tend to also have a perfectionist mindset. They tend to be difficult on themselves. See, look how many times I said tend. Oh, you're just trying to make me repeat myself. I'm just kidding. This is the part that I hate with these zip ties. So I'm trying to, where you're supposed to screw it, I'm trying to pass the zip tie through. Got it. Yeah. God. You know what, Wickershire, you would be, I should stop eating my young, LOL. You would be surprised, well, I'm sure you have experience, but there's so many plants that are just unbelievably resilient. All right, this is so sticky, but only once you adhere it. And now, all right, I gotta, this probably isn't the type of thing I should be doing on a live, so I'm definitely gonna F this up. And the reason why I say that is, hang on, all right, I'm gonna put you guys here for a second. Put you guys out of my way. To see where to put this tape. All right. It's more interesting when, oh, I'm not worried about falling. I'm worried about dropping the fan. That's what I'm worried about. I'm worried that I won't be able to hold it in place with the tape and that I'm gonna drop it. But it'll make for payment, so. All right, so I'm gonna put the tape on. I might do a couple of small pieces versus one big piece, just because this tape is so heavy duty. What's up, Dottie? You can do it. Of course I can do it. 20 minutes later and I drop the fan and break everything and end the live. I get my pliers in a sec to secure the zip ties. Please don't fall. Please don't fall. Please don't fall. Okay, don't fall. Don't fall. Don't fall. I don't know, man. I feel like I could use a ring of duct tape right around. There it is. We'll cut the zip tie. All right. All right, let me catch up here and have coffee because that stressed me out. I'm too scared to turn it on. I feel like the vibrations. I mean, I forget how strong Alien tape is. It's very strong tape. It's Alien tape, so until you really adhere it to something, it won't stick. DC's bees. I end up with tape stuck to the gloves. But it sticks to everything you don't want it to stick to. Automatic hose clamps when the humidity destroys your tape. I feel like the humidity and the heat, well, maybe not so much the humidity, but I feel like the heat is really going to be tape adhere to the pole. And I don't know, but Alien tape is supposedly supposed to withstand moisture, so a lot of my bee boxes are older, so I have to use tape to close off openings. There have been times I have to tape stuff up with bee gloves on. It does not go well. That would work. Yes, I don't have any clamps, and yes, that is true. But I think the tape will keep it from turning on the pole. I'm just gonna grab duct tape and just tape it around. But yeah, hose clamps would be the best. That's what I have the other fans on. It's just I'd have to buy the clamp, screw the fan to the clamp, and then I can put it anywhere, which I should probably do. But you see, I'm impulsive and I'm impatient, and I feel like if, you know, it's been months without this fan, but I feel like if I don't get it in here now, everything's gonna die by tomorrow. I'm kind of crazy. Oh, really? Taking the front cover off? I feel like somehow I'm gonna walk by it and my hair's gonna get sucked into it or something. And I know usually that only happens when you're from behind the fan, but I have experience. I almost did it the other day. I was leaning over the fan while it was on and my hair just, I'm like, oh no! I lived in a trailer park at one time. I have earned the rights to duct tape shit. Nice. Put that ish on everything. Gorilla tape is super sticky. Try Alien tape. What's up, Reef Kunder? Welcome. Happy Tuesday. Be careful with that. Yes. Yeah, I used the Alien tape. I think it's actually stronger than Gorilla tape, you guys. I used the Alien tape on, I told you guys yesterday, I have these kitchen mats and they slide around when you're walking around the kitchen. So I used them to tape it down. I wanted to clean under the mats. I could not get them off. I actually ended up ripping the mat because the Alien tape was just so stuck to it. And that's with, it was under the sink where, you know, water splashes and water gets under there and it would not come off. I could not, like, no matter what I tried. It's great to be crazy. It is. Who would want to be normal or average? You know what I mean? It'll pull the paint off the side of a bee box. Oh, that's good. When you love your friend and slap Gorilla Tape on their back and rip it off like you would on wax. LOL. Oh, I thought you're gonna say when you tape a kick me sign to their back. I have long hair past my shoulders and a 16-inch wall fan is mounted at head height. I've had a few close calls. Oh man, that sounds painful and scary all at once. All right, let me grab my coffee and then we're gonna assess our shoddy workmanship. I feel like it could use one extra zip tie. What do you guys think? Damn it. Stupid zip ties. I honestly should probably just get a clamp. Let's see. I mean, maybe if I have it on low, it'll be fine. Looks fine to me. Let's get a little more. It's just there's got to be a way to get these zip ties tighter. F it. I'm just gonna get duct tape. I mean, it's working. It's blowing air on stuff. Can we see leaf movement? Little bit. I did. I have pliers, but I think it's as tight as it'll go. Oh yeah, that feels nice. Nice breeze back here. All right, well, we're gonna be down here for a little bit longer, so we'll wait and see what happens. Hopefully this shit doesn't fall. Ooh. You guys are probably shaking your heads so hard. MacGyver would have fixed that with a stick of bubble gum, LOL. True. Where's my, oh, okay. All right, well, we'll see how that goes now, but I actually feel much more of a breeze in here. So, and yeah, I think it's turning though. All right. I mean, that might be a little too much wind. Last time I had a fan blowing on my lettuce and it wilted within like minutes. So I'm gonna try to turn it a little lower, and I can always also angle it upward. I don't know, I used voice to text. I came here to grow plants and chew bubblegum, and I'm all out of bubblegum, LOL. Seems a good breeze to me. I think it's okay. I think, I don't know, if I stand here. Yeah, the fan is turning. It's rotating on its own, you guys. It's like, it started off. Oh man, this is brutal. All right. Where's the duct tape? Oh my gosh, that's funny. Well, maybe it'll just stay where it's at, because I'm okay with this angle. It totally turned on its own. What's up, Brian? And what's up, Canadian Outdoor Strain? We're trying to set up a fan, but we're failing miserably, and all right. I'm gonna freaking get duct tape, you guys. Well, we're gonna leave it for now. We'll see if it stays put, but that was a stupid idea. Let's hope that setting up the timer goes better. Not miserably, it hasn't fallen. No, it's not gonna fall, but it will probably eventually turn on its own. But I'm gonna be working in the grow tent enough today, so I will keep an eye on it. But I will say that I feel a difference. Like, I feel air where I'm standing where I didn't feel before. So I think kind of like, you know, I gotta have them all around the grow tent. I should even have one on this side as well. Fan is all you. Don't go including us in your mayhem, LOL. Yeah, it's your guys' fault. Put a pillow at the base. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Victories at work, but never good as you hope. I mean, I wouldn't call this a victory. It looks so messy. It looks ridiculous. I need to fix this. But I'll fix it off the live, and I will show you guys tomorrow. I'm going to tighten these zip ties here, and then I'll clip them, and I'm going to add... So there's the tape at the back here that's keeping it from sliding down. I mean, it seems to be staying put. We'll see how it goes. We'll keep an eye on it. I feel like that's what I say with everything that I don't have the capacity for anymore. Like, once I put a little bit of time into it and I'm over it, I'm like, we'll keep an eye on it. Let's get this timer set up. It becomes, it works. Yup. Red Green visit? You mean from the Red and Green show? Does anybody remember that show? The Red and Green show? That was a good show. Now I have the theme song stuck in my head. What up, Bobby? Duct tape everywhere. Go, what is up? Good afternoon. I still watch Red and Green. You know what? I recently actually went on YouTube to go check it out because I hadn't seen it since I was a kid. And I recently thought of it and I was like, oh, wonder what those guys are up to. Right? Song, right? So, how's everybody doing today? Hope you guys are having a great day. I strictly, I haven't even read what you're gonna say, and I just know it's gonna be funny. I strictly plant a garden to neglect it and have it fail. You should see the block party we throw when one plant gets its true leaves. You're hilarious. I'm so glad your internet's working again, Wickershire. If the women don't find you handsome, they should at least find you handy. LOL. Fan blowing on your lettuce hard. No, that did not sound wrong, okay? Keep your stick on the ice. Now that could be wrong. I'm just kidding. Anyways. So this is a 24-hour timer. I feel like I'm just gonna flip every other switch and see what happens. So why would the fan on it cause them to wilt? I don't know. I think they get cold. Same thing with my tomatoes. I had a fan blowing directly on them, and they wilted. And one day I thought, okay, let me point a fan at my lettuce because they're a cool weather crop and I want to get that section cooler. And it wilted. Okay, so poll for off times. Oh, okay. So I have these up there as well, just different type, but I think you could do as many as you want. I don't think there's a limit as to how many times you could turn it on, off, on, off. It shouldn't cause, it would cause windburn. You know what? It could also be because at that point in time I wasn't using CalMag and the integrity of the lettuce was not there because it didn't get what it needed early on. And so even when I picked it, within minutes, not minutes, but within like 20 minutes, it would start to kind of wilt. That's what I forgot to buy this morning. I need another timer. That for your aloe vera timer. Ooh, Ogo, we gotta talk about that. I'm gonna give you a shout or shoot you a message later. We gotta talk about aloe grow off. I need seed recommendations. I need help. Okay, so what time is it right now? It's 1:20. (1:20 p.m.) All right, so every other tick is on, and I don't know, I think it's 15 minutes or half an hour. Hopefully it won't cause that now. How am I today? No hemorrhoidal flare-ups. I think we are solid. Nice, Wickershire. A day without flare-ups is a good day. Thanks so much, Ogo. Appreciate you. Isn't lettuce like 80 plus temp and close to 100% humidity? No, it will bolt. At least not my lettuce. Lettuce likes 72 degrees and maybe 50% humidity. I've had my lettuce bolt every single time, but let me just say, I am feeling that fan air is really circulating air. I'm feeling such a good breeze right now. Feels great in here, like a nice breezy summer day. Beautiful. I have a macro photo that I titled Red Green Approved. LOL. It was actually just published in Cannabisham's new book in June. Congrats, Glenn. That is so exciting. If you've got a link or something to share with us, you should drop it in the chat. That is very cool. Wilted because it wasn't a flow. Unless it's an offline publication, then you can't share it. DC, you just have to wiggle slowly into a chair. Try adding silica. To what? I forget what we were talking about. I learned so much from the chat. Oh, thanks. And what am I, chopped liver, DC's bees? Just kidding. I learned so much from the chat too. You guys are great. My aloe plant is 3 feet tall, still waiting for it to flower. Les, you got seeds? Send them over. What's up, Fred? Well, Grow, I'll check out your channel as soon as I get off the live. But everyone go check out Grow. Lettuce likes it cooler. Yes, it's a cool weather crop. They grow a lot of lettuce in the south. LOL, hop liver. Oh, silica helps build cell wall strength. All right, we're gonna have to implement that at some point. Maybe with the orange tower, since we're gonna start that. All right, so let's see how this timer is gonna operate with that plugged in. Oh man, it's so nice and breezy now. I love this. Lift the guys higher. Wrong one. Which one's the water? Water's over. Oh, water's over here. Whoops. I wonder if I plug my timer into my Bluetooth plug into the plug outlet. All right, we'll see if it works. $65 would be optimal. Yeah, but unfortunately, If I keep it that cool in here, everything else will suffer. My lettuce only grew awesome once it's in a greenhouse with the temp and humidity, like I said. Canadian Outdoor Strain, I'm curious, does your lettuce bolt? Like, does it go to flower quickly? Or how early do you harvest, and how do you harvest? Do you just remove the outer leaves? Do you harvest the whole head at one time? No aloe seeds, quite a few rooted cuttings though. Plant keeps making kids, LOL. How do you not kill an aloe plant? Water it every 14 days. I've owned 3 aloe plants, killed them in less than 1 month. Oh boy, what are you doing to them? Leafy greens and romaine. 45 to 70. I'm glad you're learning, DC's Bees. I'm glad. This is what I want. I want you to be able to learn and enjoy not only what I'm showing you guys, but so yeah, it would be every 30 minutes for 30 minutes. So yeah, what else did I say we were going to do? We got that on the timer. We got the fan up. I forgot what else I said we were going to do. I said we were going to do something else. Oh shit, the light. Nutrients, that's what I said. Still trying to figure out this stupid fan. It's turning by itself. No bolting, but have not tried head lettuce. Well, keep me posted, Canadian Outdoor Strain. I'm curious to see how your lettuce does. What's up, Bobby? Thank you for hanging out, quackheads. But I can grow broccoli and cabbage like weeds, though. I bet you can. I've never tried growing broccoli or cabbage in here. Oh, I didn't turn the timer on. Hang on. All right. Yeah, it's oscillating, but all on its own. So yeah, I said we were going to do nutrients. All right. We'll see how that goes. I hope it'll help. I don't know if 30 minutes is too much. I think it'll be beneficial. We don't want to stress the plants out, but you want the roots to search a little bit, you know. What was that? Oh, dehumidifier. I was like, oh no, the fan's gonna blow! But a dehumidifier is full. I think she needs more step stools. Yeah, I need one under anything that I can't reach, so I don't have to carry one around and move it around every time. What's broccoli and cabbage? Under 80 days? I have no... Alright. At 5 foot, no. That's why I was laughing, because I took the ladder away and all I had was step stool. And I started laughing. I'm like, is this even gonna get me to reach? Ridiculous, you guys. It's ridiculous. Okay. They call those ladders. Yes, my tiptoes are always on my tippy toes. Always. $75 days on packaging. Nice. All right, so we got to add in Grow to the tower and Bloom to the buckets. I gotta fix that fan, man. That is no bueno. I'm just gonna freaking duct tape it. F this. Keep trying to. She's gonna stress until she gets some hose clips. You know me too well, Hasholio. Stupid freaking fan. It's like, watch. Right now, it's facing here, right? By the end of the live, it's gonna be completely on the other side. Is there $1? There $1. Yeah, I know. I should just go get one. I got it, okay? Hose clamp, water chiller. Cut me some slack, people. I'm just kidding. I know you're trying to help. I'm totally teasing. In my row, plant 1 cabbage and 5 broccoli. All right, gotta make sure this gets mixed properly, you guys. It's getting easier and easier to mix because it's almost empty. Just kidding. It's like 3/4 full. Whew. It's a good workout. I think also having the tower on a timer will help us conserve some water. We'll see how everything does. Maybe it'll take even faster. That's what I'm trying to do. Make things happen faster, increase my productivity, make everything worthwhile. Where did the lid go? Actually, I'm gonna add, I forgot. Find one else. right, so this is going in the first bucket system. I would use 1/2 inch conduit. I would run horizontally from pole to pole. You mean below, like how far down? Connect the fan to the 1/2 inch with 2 screws using the fan's original hardware. I could, but that seems like a lot of extra work. No, there's got to be a better way to do it. I mean, right now it's not moving. I don't know. I guess it's over time. Well, I did readjust the zip tie, tighten it more, so maybe we're good now. I don't know. I'm gonna take pliers and actually try to tighten it properly. I didn't give it the solid try, you know? I just kind of, like I said, shoddy workmanship, you guys. That's exactly what I'm gonna do, Bernie. Tomorrow you guys are gonna hop on the live and it'll just be duct tape to the pole. It work one way or another, right? Who cares how? But that is a breeze. Really is gonna do wonders for the grow tower. Yeah, because these fans up here, they're blowing to the other side of the tent. So when I stand on the other end, there's airflow. I recommend hose clamps for you. I know, it's easier for me. I appreciate that. That's how I roll, no pun intended, LOL. You guys, I often think everything's about me. So even if you guys are talking to each other in the chat, sometimes I think you guys are talking to me, so I take everything literally. Let's be buds. Good afternoon. Thanks so much for hopping on. Respect your daily commitment to podcasting. Thank you so much. Showing up every single day takes serious dedication, and it definitely shows in the quality of what you put out. I appreciate that so much. Thank you so much for saying that, and I appreciate your commitment as well. Every Wednesday, you put out some great content. You guys should check out the Let's Be Buds YouTube channel. Go ahead and give them a good old subscribe. They are awesome. I learned so much the day I was on, and I'm looking forward to watching tomorrow night. And to be honest with you, it's an easy commitment because nobody else wants to listen when I talk about the garden. So at least you guys, you can either watch or not, but that's what I'm going to be talking about, and nobody can hate on me for it because that's what this place is all about. So the commitment is a little bit selfish, the motivator behind my commitment. I'm just kidding. Thank you so much, Raphael. My garden is getting back on track. Things are looking much better. So I appreciate you noticing. Duct tape will work if you go below the knob and above it. That is exactly what I am going to be doing. Hey, Fred. Everybody go check out Fred's page, also known as Grow Now. Oh, I saw a snippet, Nat, of you being Enoch interviewed. How long ago was that? I've been meaning to find it. It was this past Saturday, so just a few days ago. I had such a great conversation. It was an honor to be on Let It Growing. I was so excited to share my garden and to chat with Enoch, and also to be in the presence of so many wonderful gardeners. I was so excited. So yeah, I posted a little snippet just because to me a meaningful conversation, and I had a great time. So thank you to the Urban Gardener. Shawnee, welcome. Good afternoon. Harvested a wagon of watermelon today. Wow. congratulations. We've got so many people in the chat that are having wonderful harvests. Congratulations to all of you. What a wonderful feeling and what a wonderful way to close off summer. I mean, I know that's when harvest time happens, but it's just a nice reward at the end of it all, you know? So congrats to all of you that harvested or are harvesting or will be soon or starting new seeds. No matter what you're doing, if you're doing something with plants, congrats. I saw all the melons. Oh, I'll have to check it out. Did you post it on your YouTube, Shani? I'll have to take a look because I'm really interested. Right now I'm on a watermelon craze because I want to try mine to grow. I harvested a 5-gallon bucket pot. Bernie, as long as you're growing your own, congratulations. Chore time. Thank you for joining Canadian Outdoor Strain. Appreciate you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. You guys are awesome for tuning in. Appreciate you. So I'm just mixing up my bloom. We're gonna, got it all over me. Well, for those of you that just joined or that are new to aeroponics, we got to add in everything manually. It's just water in the reservoir and I have to add in my nutrients. So the things in the grow tower like lettuce and herb do not flower. We give them a nutrients called grow, and the ratio of minerals differs from the fertilizer that we give everything in the buckets, which is currently flowering. That's called bloom. So different fertilizers or different companies or brands have different levels or ratios of each ingredient, but we're using general hydroponics right now. Probably going to try something new next grow. I've been using GH since I started, and while I love them, I love their product, I think it's time to see if there's something better, something different I can try. All right, we're gonna let that circulate and then I'll check my pH. And what I learned on Let's Be Buds, I should be focusing more on my EC versus my ppm. So I'll be checking that as well. Thank you for the great show while I work. You are so welcome. Thank you for watching while you're working. That is so, I really appreciate that you guys choose to spend your time tuning in, even if it's just for 5 minutes to pop in the chat and say hello. It really makes my day. You guys are awesome. I look forward to my lives every day. Okay, so we've got nutrients in. We've got the fan set up. Well, sort of. We're gonna fix the fan, and we've got the tower on a timer. So the tower I'm gonna have to monitor closely and see how it does over the course of the next 24 hours. Yeah, that made me laugh. Bernie said a couple weeks ago, or I said I'm gonna start calling you Bunny. Bernie said a couple weeks ago, or maybe it was last week, I don't know, every day's a blur, that I'm making him look really busy at work. That's funny. My wife won't let me torment her, so this is the second best place to be. You guys can torment me anytime. I usually take things personally, but I cry later off the live. So what's my target EC? Hasholio? I have no idea. I think it should be between 1.5 and 2, or is that correct? That's I think for a younger growth stage. I haven't been monitoring. I've been monitoring ppm, so I've got to look at everything's requirements. So maybe that's what we'll focus on tomorrow, is talking about EC. I'm gonna look at everything that I have growing's requirements, and I will act accordingly. new to monitoring EC. I have no idea where I'm at or what it should be. I mean, I have my other device here. Optimal. Two to 5 for optimal growth, but I don't know, it depends what growth stage. For tomatoes, yeah, it's pretty vague. 2 to 5 it said. If you don't know the answers to these questions, stick with ppm. It's much easier. See, I'm getting mixed advice. I'm getting advice that it's much easier to monitor your EC because it's more accurate. So I'd rather learn what the target should be, what that means, how it'll affect the plants, and why, so that I can start monitoring it and get familiar with it. Because if I have that attitude of just stick with the easier way, then I'm never gonna learn, right? So it makes me uncomfortable, but I have to force myself to be uncomfortable. So I'm actually going to do that this afternoon. I'm really determined to get things back on track, optimize things, do the best I can. Because right now I can't say that I'm doing the best I can. You're going to multiply it by 500 or 700. That is your ppm. Got it. Tilapia will grow up fast enough to harvest. Oh, Wickershire, no, you don't even need to go on Instagram. I'm going to share it to my community, but Wickershire, if you're into aquaponics, you've got to check out Yellow Skunk Farms. Go check out his YouTube. You would love what he's created. Go check it out. It is remarkable. I can't get over it. I'm constantly on his Instagram looking at his videos. Wow. You guys have to go see it for yourself. Go give him a subscribe. This guy's working really hard, and he's given me some very valuable information, and that I plan on trying. But it's just, yeah, you got to go check him out. He's so cool. So cool. And Wickershire, I know, it's so awesome. I know you'd appreciate it. Okay, so what else do we got to do? We got everything set up. The fan has officially turned. So I'm just going to grab some duct tape and affix it that way. Screw these stupid zip ties. Yeah, unless I can figure out a way to tighten them. Maybe they are the heavy duty ones that they're so difficult. I need a better pair of gloves and some stronger pliers. So if you have 3.0 EC working on a 500 scale, ppm is 1500. Got it. Yeah, it makes sense. But I don't know why. See, that thing is I need to dive deeper. There's two things now that I need to get into. So recently, I just obviously started monitoring my environment, figuring out my lighting, all that kind of stuff. So now that we're optimized in that sense, because everything's looking good, now I've got to look at what the plants are consuming. So obviously we talk about it all the time: water temperature, nutrients, pH. I need to understand the nutrients. So, yesterday I was watching Dank Nug Live, and he was talking about, I don't know, he just showed a plant and he was like, oh, this has a nitrogen deficiency, and it was looking yellow. So those are the things that I need to learn, is like being able to visually determine what efficiency looks like, so that I can understand what nutrients I'm lacking or what I need to supplement. And I need to get more familiar with that, because I'm just adding in nutrients based on a chart, and I don't know why I'm doing it or what I'm adding. Like, I understand that it's There's micronutrients and macronutrients, and there's a specific order that they need to be added, and that like they're the building blocks of the plant. I get that stuff, but I'm talking like what are the exact levels of each thing that my specific plants require, so that when I look at them and I see an issue, I can right away I can determine or diagnose and remedy. So that's something I need to focus on for sure. I need to nutrients, pH, those are things that should always be monitored, like on a daily basis. But sometimes I drop the ball. I've been so focused and overwhelmed with other things, and I guess I'm making excuses, but we got work to do, you guys. We got a lot of work to do. Wickershire, found him. Great. Go get lost in his content. It's pretty cool stuff. Epic. Better Genetics, either a product or company name. That's cool. Yeah, guys. So, I'm gonna eat this for dinner tonight. My poor green pepper that I lost. Oh, and we're gonna just check in on my seedlings before I sign off. Is there anything else? I think I've got one vacant spot in the grow tent, or in the grow tower. The reason why I'm prolonging this live is because I'm waiting for the tower to come back on. I want to see that it's working effectively, on every 30, off every 30, and that there's no issue turning on, off, on, off. Most nutrient deficiencies are caused by pH, not lack of nutrients in the reservoir. The thing is, Hasholio, my pH starts off high, and as I add in nutrients, it lowers. So the pH is affected by the nutrients, but the nutrient affects the pH. Or that's the same thing, just said in different ways. You guys know what I mean. The nutrients affects the pH, but then the pH affects the ability for the plant to uptake the nutrients. Right? Right? You 420 growers come up with some killer names. I love it. LOL. All right, let's take a look here. I'll show you guys a little quick seedling update before we go. We got a couple here, but this is a horrible system. It's growing into the sponge. I posted my last video, my last short today, hopefully, using that method. So what we've been doing is popping the seed in the hole of the foam color over a piece of paper towel, and it works. Here's one that I actually removed this morning. It's just starting to sprout right there, but then you got the root at the bottom. So if we wanted to, we could even get it in the grow tower, but we're gonna wait till we get a couple little leaves. And there's another one right there, and there's another one. It hasn't the seed hasn't popped off yet, but it's sprouted, so I put it under the light. Wickershire, I'll show you. We've got a new germination system so that I don't have to transplant at all. I put the foam collar in the net pot, and that's it. So within a week, everything's in the grow tower. So I took a paper towel and I laid out my foam collars all along, and I popped the seed right in the center. This one just sprouted. So then the goal is for it to pop right through the hole of the foam collar, and then I literally just grab the foam collar. Then it's like this, right? Put it under the light. Then when it gets just a little bit bigger than that, we get it in the grow tower. And these are the beta testers that we did, and they're coming along. They're surviving. There they are. There's another one. So that was our first one, and it's got its first true leaf. So if I can get them all to successfully germinate using this method, then yes, Wickershire, so fragile. I won't have to move them or touch them or do anything. They're just gonna, where seed sprouts is where it'll stay, and that's it. So I'm excited and optimistic that this is going to be my new method, because the other way is way too complicated and ridiculous. And what's up, more fizz? Good afternoon. Hope you guys are having a great day so far. All right, so the buckets are filled with nutrients. The fan has turned once again. I'm gonna get that fixed as soon as I hop off this live. And the tower's on the timer. And I think we're good. I'm just actually gonna double check to see if it's turned back yet. Alright, so it's turned back on. Alright, so we'll see how our plants do. I think they'll do better. Oh, that's what I forgot. Really quick, I gotta get the grow fertilizer into the grow tower. Oh no, CalMag first. And then I'll come back and do some grow. Just gonna dump this here. So yeah, I'm thinking, whoa, almost fell. I'm thinking today I'll probably have my last outdoor harvest, flower harvest. Every nutrient has an optimal pH range. When pH get too far out of range, they will be unavailable. Thank you for putting it that way. That makes sense to me. That makes a lot of sense to me. GH Hasholio. General Hydroponics. Hoping to eventually make this to something else. Want to try something new and see how my plants do. What's up? Good afternoon. Les, aka Seed Daddy, I look forward to it. All right. All right, guys, here we go. I'm gonna get that in the grow tower. And a hard day's work, almost done. Yeah, when do you know the difference, or how do you know when to apply, give something a foliar feed versus putting it in the rest? What is that? What is that hole above your head? That is where you can put an intake fan or an exhaust. This right here, it's for a fan or an exhaust. Or sometimes I stick power cords through if I need to run power from outside the grow tent. I can't see my kitchen table for tomatoes. That's awesome. Everything is off the vines now because of the frost. Wow, incredible. I'm glad you got a nice harvest at least. Where I was standing. Over here? Over here? Hash as a soil grower for most of my plants. Any pH near 5.5 or 7.5 is dangerous for most veggies. It's the freak show of plants that like the kind of range. I try to keep mine at 6. I just started some AITR Afghan in the raw beans. Going to do open pollination seeds increase. What does that mean, calves, when you do open pollination? Do you just like allow plants to be next to each other and pollinate each other? Is that what that means? All right, I think that's it. Grab my zip ties here. And I'm going to work on securing that fan somehow. I really don't want to use duct tape because it's going to look ugly, and it's got to be done properly. I think if I tie zip ties, I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out one way or another, you guys. So yeah, thanks for hanging out with me today. We got some stuff done, and hopefully it'll improve the health and quality of our plants. So yeah, hang out with me tomorrow. Sorry, I'm just looking at the airflow and to see what's moving around. We've got some nice movement now, but I'm gonna have to, again, adjust that fan and possibly get another one to just move some more air. Yeah. Natural selection. That, yeah, I know what natural selection is. It makes sense to me. Cool. Well, good luck with that. All right, guys. Airflow important. Yes, we're trying to get some good airflow in here. It has been a challenge. For some reason, I have not made it a priority, and I need to because our plant lives depend on it. But it's actually crazy having that fan. As soon as it actually turns that way and is faced that way, I feel a breeze all the way over here that I did not feel before. So we're definitely moving more air in this grow tent, and it feels nice in here actually. Temperature feels nice. So we're at 60% humidity. I'm gonna empty my dehumidifier. What's up, MK? Congratulations! I'm so happy to hear that your wrist is doing better. I know it can be challenging when you've got an injury, but I'm really glad that you're doing better. That's great news. Enjoy less, have fun. Fan placement is absolutely important. MK, you want to be able, so MK is about to start their indoor garden soon, right? So yeah, you want to move around as much air as possible. You know, you don't want things blowing directly on the plants, but you want to position things so that you're creating a circulation of air so that nothing is ever stagnant in the grow tent. Oftentimes I'm in the grow tent and I can't like breathe properly because it kind of feels stuffy and it doesn't feel like we're moving enough air. So even though I have 2 large intake fans and the exhaust, it's not really circulating. So I've got now 3 small fans and that 1 large one up there, and well, it's just a 16-inch. It's not that big, but that's what she said. Just kidding. Sorry, you guys. Sometimes I like to make a joke here and there, and sometimes they're not very funny. So yeah, that is it for today. I have my dehumidifier hooked up to a 5-gallon bucket. Nice. That's what I've got to do. I've got this dehumidifier has a hose. I just have to run it somewhere, and I haven't done that yet. Baby steps, right? Every day we're doing something to improve. So little by little, shavings make a pile, you guys. That is the thought I will leave you with today. My grow tent arrives Monday. That is exciting. They sent me the wrong size, patiently waiting for the tent. Good luck, MK. I cannot wait. I hope you share your journey. Thanks for sharing. Hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks so much for joining, calves. Appreciate you. Guys, well, sounds like it's been a great day or week for everybody. All kinds of good news today. We got harvests, healing injuries, new grow tents and new setups, new seeds being popped. So all good stuff. That is awesome. Congratulations to all of you. I'm so happy for all of you guys. I love hearing about everyone's wins. It makes my day. So thank you guys for hanging out with me. I hope everyone has a great rest of their day. Have a wonderful rest of your week if I don't see you guys tomorrow. And if you've got nothing to do, come hang out with me. 12 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. We got some defoliation and cleanup and other stuff to do. We'll focus on our reservoirs, ppm, EC, pH. We'll check all that stuff, make sure it's in order, and we'll talk about it. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Thank you all for hanging out. You guys are the best. Appreciate you. Bye. Oh, and don't forget to smash the like button on your way out. Thanks so much, MK. Thanks, Wickershire. Appreciate you. You guys are the best. Thank you so much. Yes, Tent Lives. If anybody wants to hop on and join me on a live, you are all more than welcome. It's not just about me, and I'm starting to finally realize that. All right, everybody. Again, bye.